The Committee on Parole is reconvened. The time is 9:46 a.m. Good morning.
Good morning.
Give us your name and DOC number, please.
Percell Matthews, 335900.
Thank you, Ms. Matthews. My name is Pearl Wise. To my left is Mr. Alvin Roche. To my right is Mr. Pete Freeman. We comprise your panel this morning. Let me explain the process to you. I'm going to read some information in the record, and then we're going to conduct the interview with you. And the interview will start with me because I will assign your case. The records I have indicated that we have one visitor here. We have Randall Myers with the DA's office, and he's going to speak. As we interview you, we're going to ask the warden for some input, and then we're going to listen to Mr. Myers. And after we finish that, we're going to give you an opportunity to tell us whatever you want us to know, and then we'll vote. Do you understand the process, Mr. Matthews?
Yes, ma'am.
All righty. Let me read the information for the record when my computer opens up here. All right, here we go. Your name is Percell J. Matthews. Your DOC number is 335900. You are listed as a fifth offender. Your current offenses are possession of a firearm or carrying a concealed weapon by persons convicted of 30 felonies. You were sentenced on July the 12th of 2021. The sentence was 6 years and 8 months DOC without benefit. Your parole eligibility date is listed as 4/6 of 2022. Your good time date has been adjusted to October the 8th of 2026. And you have a full term date of April the 6th of 2027. That sounds about right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Purnell, call out for the record. How old are you today?
54.
4. And your 54 years of living, how long do you think you spent in jail over your lifetime?
Total 20 years.
About 20 years? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you been in jail on this charge?
3 years and some change.
3 years and some change. Okay, so when you got arrested on what day was that? You didn't bond out. On August the 6th of 2020, you've been in jail since that time?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. All righty. Tell us what happened that day. You only got charged with a firearm. What was going on with you and that young man?
Oh, that's my brother-in-law. My wife.
Oh, y'all related. Okay.
That's my wife's brother. He called the police and told him that I pulled a gun on him.
Oh, okay. So what was the beef about?
Well, he said that I was mad because he was whipping my son. But it was actually because me and his cousin had got into it earlier that day.
Oh, okay. So it was some family infighting going on.
Yes, ma'am.
Have y'all got it worked out?
Yes, ma'am.
Did anybody else go to jail on that incident?
No, ma'am.
The only one went to jail.
Yes, ma'am.
You're not mad about it?
No, ma'am.
Okay. When I was reading your file, I said you got a history of violence against men and women. What's all this violence? What is it?
Well, I've been on my own stuff. I've been on my own since I was 9 years old. So that was, at the time, it was my way of getting around situations. And I have learned now that that was the wrong way of living.
All righty. I wish we had more time to get into that because that's something. It's something. You had to figure it out for yourself. And also in your criminal history, you had some arrests for child endangerment. I just want to speak that for the record. Yeah, poor supervision history. Every time you go supervision, you got revoked. And what do you think you need now to get out of jail and stay out?
Well, I have, like I said, my mental health, I have been, by me being on my own since I was 9, I've been dealing with mental health issues for a long, for a while. Definitely,
Are you on any medication now?
yes, ma'am.
Were you on medication on the street?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You take your medicine regularly?
Yes, ma'am.
Good, good. Do you feel better?
Yes,
You feel like you're thinking clearly now?
yes, ma'am.
So what are your plans if you were released today?
Well, I'm gonna go stay with my older brother. I'm, like I say, I'm a diabetic, so I need someone to watch over my sugar, so I will stay with my brother and help him out around the house.
Good. So your brother didn't take the path you took in life?
No, ma'am, he's never been arrested.
Good, that's good. How long you been a diabetic?
13 years.
Okay, so they're doing it. All right. As you got released in 19, June of 19. And then you got arrested on this charge in August of 2020. I'm just trying to figure out, how can you get out and stay out? That's that, because you're just coming right on back. So it's a different situation. That ain't you're not gonna be living with your sister and the brother-in-law. How you gonna navigate that? The family infighting.
That was my brother, that was my wife's brother.
Oh, your wife's brother. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. And me and my wife actually getting in the process of getting a divorce right now.
I'm sorry to hear.
They won't be a part of the family anymore.
Well, okay. That's one way to look at it, but y'all have children, so y'all will be. And I do want to say, y'all don't have children together?
No, ma'am.
I thought you said the fight was over whooping your son. That's why I thought y'all had children.
That was my stepson. It's my wife's son.
Yeah.
And I've been in his life since he was, what, 2 months old?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, so that make you his father. That's true, 2 months though. Now, I want to say for the record, now probation parole cannot reach your family. So I'm glad to hear that you are connected with your family. So have you been receiving SSI?
Yes, ma'am.
How long?
I started getting it in, what it is, 23. I started getting it in 19.
Oh, okay. It was your first time getting it in 2019?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. I like it. All right, that's all the questions I have. Okay, Mr. Freeman has a question.
How many kids do you have, Mr. Matthew?
23.
23 kids.
23.
Oh, 23 kids?
Do you have any contact with any of them?
Yes, sir.
About how many do you have contact with?
7 of them.
All right, thank you.
I didn't talk about your disciplinary. Thank you, Mr. Freeman. Tell them about your write-up in the 3 years. How many you had?
But I have, as I know of, 2.
Showing you have 1.
Oh.
1.
Yeah.
It's showing here, ma'am, they actually have 1 disciplinary report here, which dated 3/3 of 22 for contraband.
Okay. Oh, thank you, Warden. What was that contraband?
Matches.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I know that. I do believe that. Okay. And what you gonna do with some matches?
When it was in the MRV pack that they passed out, I took them out to give them to the deputy, but they came in and did a strip search and saw them in a locker.
Okay, so are you living in the regular dorms, the regular population?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you do every day?
Well, I work as a landscaper and trustee,
Good.
and when I'm not at work, I'm in the bed, in the bunk, reading, doing Bible courses.
Good. How much education do you have?
I have my hot set
Great. When did you get that?
in 2014.
Congratulations. That's good. Real good. They don't give those away. You earned that. That's good to hear. Okay. Boy, what you want to tell us?
Be honest with you, my biggest concern is, and he and I spoke upon it just the other day in regards to his mental health condition. He needs as much treatment as possible. As far as his conduct record is very good. He only have their one DB report, and where he works at and the landscaping, he does do a good job in regards to helping the facility grounds look well.
Good. That's good to hear. Good to hear. Would there be opportunity for him to get some programs so that he can move up his good time day?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I don't know if you're interested in taking anything. Okay, thank you, Warden.
You're welcome.
Any questions? So Mr. Cornell, what you want to tell us before we vote? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Mr. Cornell. I forgot Mr. Myers here. Thank you, Mr. Roche. Mr. Myers?
Good morning, Randy Myers, Assistant DA, Jefferson Parish. I've got some concerns with Mr. Matthews. I think the only program he's taken during this time is both phase 1 and phase 2 of Living in Balance, which is good. But I think additional programs are indicated with him. And he's got a high risk assessment, which is very concerning because you don't see that too often. And his criminal history is concerning: domestic abuse, weapons charges, and a very poor supervision record. So for those reasons, we're opposed to that.
Thank you, Mr. Myers. All right, Mr. Matthews, anything you want to tell us before we vote?
No, I was want to get out to help, I can help my brother and focus on my diabetes because I'm a brittle diabetic. And I've been hospitalized, 3 times? You? 3 times. Because my sugar didn't drop. And
Yes, sir. I see that on 1/6/22, there was a medical concern for you. I see that.
yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anything else you want us to know before we vote?
No, ma'am, that's it.
Well, I'll be voting first because I was assigned your case. Mr. Matthews, I'm glad to hear that you're doing as well as you are. But sometimes we get to a point where our history just kind of you kind of have to face your history. Now, for me, my vote is to deny because of the high mental health, the Molly Tiger. I think there's a need for more programming. I think there's a need for you to develop a transition plan, not just you talking. Have your brothers write a letter or something. Probation Parole could not reach your family. And hopefully you can, when you get out this time, you can stay out. There was some law enforcement opposition as well. So that's my vote. Mr. Freeman?
I concur with Ms. Wise for the same reason.
Mr. Rush?
Mr. Purnell, because of your extensive family history, poor supervision history of violence, law enforcement opposition, the Jefferson Parish DA's office opposed, you have a high risk assessment, moderate needs assessment. I have to deny your request.
Best wishes to you, sir, but today, your parole has been denied. And this concludes our business, Warden Thomas. We appreciate you all accommodating us this morning, and accommodating us so well.
Thank you all as well.
Like, have a good day.
Y'all do the same. Thank y'all.